So as this slide says, at Engagys, we believe that behavioral science presents a terrific opportunity. For those that may not be familiar with behavioral science, you may have also heard it referred to as behavioral economics. And it's a field of study that really focuses on human actions. So it spans everything from sociology to psychology, cognitive neuroscience, and even geography and political science. And it's constantly evolving, just like we are. So the application of it in healthcare does require nuance and a fair amount of experience to get it right, but don't let that stop you. In the absence of that experience, a solid test and learn approach can be a really powerful tool to unlock what works and what doesn't. Excuse me. And on this slide, I'm highlighting a few of the principles that we use frequently and the results that we've seen them drive specifically in healthcare communications. But to provide a specific Medicare example, our work has shown that peer pressure tends to be less effective with the senior population, and sometimes it can even create a negative experience. But authority, on the other hand, can be very effective. And authority is the idea that messaging coming from a reputable resource or organization is often more trusted, and seniors welcome that and they respond really well to it. So if you have an opportunity to add a signature from your chief clinical officer or one of your nurse coaches or guidance from a reputable organization like the American Cancer Society, as an example, take advantage of that and know that these principles can be used in any communication and in any channel. So there's lots of opportunity here. And Drew, I'll pause in case you have any other comments too.
I mean, we're going to get a lot more into this in some of the sections I'm speaking to, but it's an unbelievably potent skill set to start embracing. If we're thinking about the actual ask or the actual information isn't different, the presentation in specific ways is different, and that can drive some of these sort of the percent uptick or not in a population. I think it's got to be a core skill set. So that's my only other comment on it.
Yeah, just real quick, Drew and Adrian. I mean, as you look at this is not net new. If you look at other industries, I mean, they're using this commonplace. You look at health plans and the insurance industry here, you know, we're really lagging behind in terms of how we're driving personalization and how we're leveraging techniques like this. But know that the results are there in spades, right? You look at other industries, they're seeing huge uptick based on leveraging exactly these techniques that you're pointing out right now. And to be honest with you, you know, within this industry, there's a lot of opportunity to really just do slight little tweaks. You don't need to have everything baked. If you don't have, you know, all the data completely organized so we know exactly where every single member is in their journey, well, we do know some of those data points. So with some of those data points, can we incorporate some of these techniques to get that incremental value and uptick? No question about it.
It's funny, just as a more consumer example, but I remember being on a news website and I refreshed the page and the exact same picture was still the headline picture, but the version of that headline was slightly different. And I sort of had this glimpse into that news organization saying there is value in trying out this way of saying the headline versus that way of saying the headline. Now, granted, that's in the world of you're trying to get clicks on pages to drive ads. It's a totally different business. But the idea of I was sort of part of their corpus of understanding of what is this person more likely to click on? Was it an authoritative headline or was it a FOMO headline, for example? So Scott, to echo your point, I mean, this is everywhere and it's everywhere because it works and it's valuable. We may be more in our infancy as an industry with this, but it doesn't mean that we shouldn't really be taking some of the same learnings there.
I agree. And we've definitely seen more and more people adopting this approach and using this as a tactic in their communications. So if you haven't tried it yet, it's a good time to start.
Yeah.